Is your English feeling stuck? Do you freeze mid-sentence, losing your voice and your confidence? You've tried everything: the grammar books, the vocabulary lists, the endless video lessons. Yet, fluency still feels like a distant dream. If your mind suddenly goes blank when someone speaks English to you, and you find yourself struggling for words, then stop what you're doing. This video is not just for you, it is about you. But before we dive in, let us introduce ourselves. We are Speak Smart English, and our mission is simple. We don't just teach you words, we show you how to transform your life by mastering the language. Hit that subscribe button right now, and let's start building your fluent future. The breakthrough discovery. It's not your skills, it's your software. Today, we're going to reveal the core obstacle that no textbook, no language class, and no private tutor has ever pointed out. The fundamental issue isn't your limited vocabulary. The obstacle isn't poor grammar. The real problem, the invisible barrier, is your mind. That's right. You don't need to pile on more tedious English rules. What you truly need is to reprogram the way your brain processes English. Think of your brain like a powerful computer running on an outdated operating system. It still believes English is a foreign entity, something difficult, intimidating, and perpetually out of reach. It perceives English as something you can decode, understand, but never truly own. But imagine a new reality, a world where you could rewire your brain's circuitry, your speech muscles, your daily habits, and your very thought patterns. Imagine English becoming so seamlessly integrated that it flows out as naturally as breathing, walking, or smiling. In this lesson, you won't just receive tips. You'll get the blueprint to upgrade your internal software. This isn't a fleeting motivational pep talk or some cheap, quick trick. This is a complete brain reset designed for anyone ready to speak English fluently, confidently, and without the anxiety of self-doubt. 2 crucial rules before we begin. 1. Commit to the end. The most impactful, life-altering truth you need is not in the first 5 minutes. It's hidden deep in the final sections. Stay with us, and we promise your perception of English will be permanently changed. 2. Take notes. Keep a notebook handy. This information is a new approach to learning. Treat it as your personal fluency manifesto. Part 1. The subconscious barrier. Why you're not fluent. The hidden reason no one discusses. Let's have an honest check-in. You've been diligent. You've spent countless hours binge-watching English series, drilling grammar rules until you're exhausted, memorizing long lists of words which you immediately forget, joining conversation groups, mindlessly repeating phrases like a robot. Yet, true spontaneity eludes you. You know enough words, you can follow most conversations, but the moment the spotlight is on you, you seize up. You stammer. You forget basic words. You shrink internally. The true reason you lack fluency isn't a lack of effort. It's not because you're lazy or intellectually challenged. It's because your brain is still actively protecting you from English. The threat response. Your brain's primary function is to keep you safe. It's programmed to shield you from perceived danger, emotional pain, public shame, failure, and embarrassment. When you speak your native language, your brain calmly signals, "This is familiar territory. You are safe. No judgment here." But the moment you attempt English, a red alarm goes off. Alert! You might look foolish. What if you make a glaring mistake? What if they laugh at your accent? Abort. Stop talking. This internal panic is a physical reaction. Your heart races, Your mouth feels dry. Your mind blanks out. This is a critical point. It's not that you're bad at English. It's that your brain has mistakenly associated English with danger. It treats the language like a genuine threat, similar to a fire or a venomous snake, thinking it might harm your social standing and confidence. So every time you try to speak, your brain pulls the emergency brake. This phenomenon is known as subconscious programming. The two brains, conscious versus subconscious. You have two control centers. One, the conscious brain, the planner. This part says, I want to be fluent. I will study for 1 hour today. Two, the subconscious brain, the believer. This deeper part whispers, but what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? Which one wins? The subconscious brain, always. It dictates approximately 95% of your actions, controlling your automatic reactions, voice, and habits. If this powerful subconscious part doesn't genuinely believe that English is my language, you will constantly face fear and hesitation, no matter how many books you read. The good news, this programming isn't permanent. You have the power to retrain your brain to view English as safe, enjoyable, exhilarating, and, most importantly, your own. Once this shift happens, fluency isn't an exhausting goal. It becomes an unconscious reaction. It becomes your default setting. Just like how you don't try to laugh or blink, you just do it. Art 2. Learning the natural way. How to adopt a child's fluency blueprint. Let's begin this section with a question that might shake the foundation of your learning beliefs. Why can a baby, who knows nothing about verbs or adjectives, achieve fluent English by age 5, while an adult, armed with years of grammar lessons and thousands of vocabulary words, still stammers and struggles? The answer isn't that babies are geniuses. It's because they learn the natural, organic way. They bypass the textbook and learn with their entire brain. They learn with feeling, not with fear. They learn by speaking, not by studying. The amazing truth is that you can implement this exact same organic process right now, even as an adult. You can reinstall the child's learning software and achieve fluency faster than you ever thought possible. Here is the 7-step blueprint that children use to achieve effortless fluency, and how you will copy it to become a confident, natural English speaker. This is the information that will redefine your English journey. Step 1. Listen deeply. The superpower of pattern absorption. A 2-year-old rarely speaks in full sentences, but they are absorbing sounds and language all day long. They listen to rhythm, their parents' tone, music, and conversations. Their brain isn't worrying about grammar. It's performing a magical calculation, absorbing patterns. They hear something repeatedly until the brain declares, "Aha! This is the music of this language." Your action plan, the 30-day immersion. For the next 30 days, spend at least 30 minutes daily just immersing yourself in real English. Don't listen just to understand. Listen for pattern absorption. What to use? Real conversations, podcasts, short movie scenes without subtitles, English cartoons, or children's audiobooks read aloud. The golden rule: do not stress, do not try to translate, and do not treat it as a test. Just listen. Let your brain, which is far smarter than you think, automatically begin to pick up the rhythm, stress patterns, and structure of English. This is called passive fluency building, and it's where every fluent speaker begins. Step 2. Embrace imperfection, the freedom rule. A child proudly declares, "I goed to the park." If you correct them, they don't cry or feel defeated. They simply absorb the new information and try again next time. They make mistakes, they laugh, they keep talking. They never wait for perfection. They speak first and correct later. Your action plan. The Speak Like a Child protocol. Starting today, you must eliminate the fear of being wrong. Your new motto: fluency is freedom, not perfection. Small talk. Use small, simple, even broken English. No fancy words are necessary. Keep going. If you forget a word, simply describe it. For example, that round thing. Or use your hands to show it. Smile and move on. Daily affirmation. Repeat this every single morning. I am allowed to speak wrong English. Because making mistakes is the only way to speak right English. This is how you reclaim your voice. Step 3. Power of repetition. Verbal imprinting. A child might say, "Look, look, look," or "Mama, Mama," 100 times. They repeat because their brain is physically creating strong neural pathways. Each repetition transforms a word from a new piece of information into a natural, integrated response. Your action plan. The 20 times block method. Pick 5 practical English sentences every day. Example: I'm looking forward to the weekend. Repeat each sentence 20 times out loud. Say it slowly, clearly, and with emotion. Feel the rhythm. The goal. You are training your mouth and your brain to store the sentence as one solid, automatic block of memory. This technique is known as verbal imprinting, and it's how effortless fluency is engineered. Step 4. Feel the grammar. Pattern fluency. No child ever stopped playing to say, "I must study the present perfect tense now." Instead, they repeatedly hear sentences like, "I have finished my juice," or "She has gone to sleep." Slowly, their brain effortlessly absorbs the patterns. They don't study grammar, they feel the grammar. They know what sounds natural, not because they read a rule, but because they've heard the pattern thousands of times. Your action plan. Exposure, not memorization. Stop trying to memorize complex rules. Instead, repeatedly expose your brain to grammar in real-life context. Watch a scene where someone asks, "Have you been waiting long?" Repeat that sentence 20 times. Then, substitute the main idea with your own situations. "Have you been eating properly?" Or, "Have you been working hard?" This builds pattern fluency, which is the mark of a truly comfortable and fluent speaker. Step 5. Embodied language, using the whole body. Children don't just sit and speak, they use their entire bodies, their hands, their eyes, their energy. They learn language through movement and sound. They point, they act, they exaggerate. Why? Because the more senses you engage, the faster and deeper your brain learns. Your action plan. Perform your words. Speak English with your full body. When you say, "I'm disappointed," show the face and use the tone. When you say, "I'm disappointed," show the face and use the tone. That's incredible. Act out the surprise. Your brain will remember that word phrase 10 times faster. This is called embodied language learning. It converts English from a dry academic subject into a rich, memorable experience. Step 6. Contextual learning. Live in the language. No child takes a test. They learn by living inside the language. They ask for a toy. They cry when they're hungry. They shout when they're excited. All in real emotional moments. Your action plan. Create your English world. Turn your daily routine into an English zone. Cooking? Say aloud, I am peeling the potato. Walking? I see a blue car passing by. Brushing your teeth? I'm cleaning my teeth right now. Use English in the smallest, simplest moments to teach your brain that this language is relevant to your real life. This contextual learning is the fastest way to train your brain like a child's. Step 7. Constant interaction, the social brain. Children are constantly interacting with others who speak the language. They are never learning in a bubble. They listen, and when they speak, they get a reaction. Their language is shaped by their world. Your action plan. Forge interaction. You may not live in a native English-speaking country, but you can force interaction. Talk to AI tools in English. Google Assistant, ChatGPT, or record yourself speaking and immediately watch it back. Oh, join free, simple English conversation groups online. Oh, practice talking to your pet or even the mirror. Interaction creates real fluency by making your English brain active, not passive. The final truth of Part 2. You don't need to actually become a child again. You just need to adopt their learning methodology. No fear, no perfectionism, just constant listening, courageous speaking, enthusiastic repetition, and living inside the language, not outside of it. If you apply this mindset, your brain will soon forget that English is a second language. It will simply feel like your natural voice. Part 3. Subconscious hacks to achieve effortless fluency. Trick 1. Mint your English persona. The identity shift. Let's face a fundamental truth. You speak your mother tongue fluently because your core identity is fully merged with that language. You feel secure, authentic, and completely yourself. But the moment you switch to English, what happens? Your voice gets smaller. Your charisma dips. Your brain sends an SOS signal because it treats English like a second, temporary identity, not your genuine self. It's like wearing a costume you're not comfortable in. This is the root cause of feeling nervous, hesitant, and disconnected from your own thoughts. The game changer. We're going to flip this script. What if you consciously engineered a powerful, safe, and natural English-speaking persona? This simple, yet profound psychological trick is your key. The hack. Name your fluent self. Give your English voice a name, a unique personality, and a clear identity. I know it sounds unusual, maybe even like a childish game, but this is a proven technique used by professional actors, public speakers, and high-performance individuals to overcome stage fright and anxiety. This is how you shatter the fear cycle in your mind. How to engineer your English persona. Choose a power name. If your name is Nick, perhaps your fluent self is Alex, Leo, or Zara. Pick a name that feels strong, fun, and easy to pronounce. 2. Draft the profile, your new blueprint. Create a mental or written profile for this persona. Name, Ray. Style. Speaks confidently and at a relaxed pace. Not fast, not rushed. Attitude. Makes small mistakes, but gracefully shrugs them off and keeps the conversation flowing. Internal monologue. Thinks in English, acts without fear, and enjoys expressing complex ideas freely. 3. The activation phrase. Every time you open your mouth to practice or speak English, mentally command yourself, "Let Ray speak for the next 5 minutes. I am stepping into this role." This is based on role-based state shifting. Your brain rapidly adopts new behaviors when it perceives them as a role you are playing, a safe, temporary identity to test new skills. Think of shy children transforming into fearless superheroes on the playground. You feel protected inside that character. By repeating this daily, your brain starts building new confidence pathways under that identity. Eventually, the two selves will merge, and you will become that fluent speaker without needing the mask. You begin with acting. You conclude with authenticity. Daily persona practice, 10 minutes. Select and write. Choose a name, Mia, and write a short, bold profile of how Mia speaks, reacts, and feels. E.g., Mia is calm, speaks clearly, and uses good intonation. Embrace the role. Whenever you use English, even alone, talking to yourself, mentally step into that role. Reflect and reinforce. After speaking, ask yourself, did I feel less nervous? Did my words flow more easily? Your brain will start automatically adopting this fluent behavior within a single week. Trick 2. The 5 times deep loop rule. Rewire without studying. Here is a surprisingly simple yet profoundly effective tool to rewire your brain's language center. Most language learners believe they improve by adding volume. More words, more grammar, more drills. But the brain doesn't grow by volume. It grows by repetition and intensity. Just like a child repeats look, look, mama, mama. Repetition is the engine of strength. The hack: intense repetition for memory transfer. Pick one simple, powerful English sentence every day and repeat it 5 times with maximum energy, clarity, and genuine emotion. The sentence, "I believe I can speak English fluently." Execution: say it 5 times out loud. Not fast, not robotic, not like homework. Say it slowly and deliberately, letting the sentence's meaning sink in. I believe I can speak English fluently. Smile, feel the confidence. Oh, I believe I can speak English fluently. Nod your head, emphasize the can. And so on, 5 times total. This method, called deep looping, is used in professional fields like sports training and therapy because the idea is powerful. Repetition plus focused emotion equals permanent memory transfer. When you repeat a sentence with full attention and belief, your brain does 3 things. 1. It recognizes the structure as familiar and safe. 2. It locks the rhythm, the music of the sentence, into your long-term memory. 3. It builds an automatic recall pathway. This means that next time you're speaking, that phrase, or a similar construction, will pop out naturally, without the stress of thinking or translating. It creates muscle memory for speaking. Daily practice, under 3 minutes. Choose a sentence that genuinely motivates you. For example, I express my ideas clearly. English is getting easier every day. Repeat it 5 times out loud, slowly. Engage your body. A nod, a hand gesture. Close your eyes and visualize using the sentence successfully in real life. Done. The impact of this tiny effort is lifelong. Trick 3. The 10-day slow motion challenge. Control builds confidence. Here is a vital truth few learners grasp. Fast English is often panicked English. Slow, controlled English is always a pathway to genuine fluency. Most learners rush because their brain is in survival mode, trying to finish the sentence before a mistake happens. They falsely believe speaking slowly makes them sound weak or uneducated. This is a lie. The world's most influential speakers, CEOs, thought leaders, actors, do not speak fast. They speak with calm control. Their sentences are clear, their words are purposeful, and their pauses are powerful. This control commands attention. The hack: slow down time for 10 days. For the next 10 days, adopt slow motion speech. Decelerate. Take every sentence, mentally cut it in half. Inhale. Breathe intentionally between phrases. Embrace silence. Allow silence to fill the space between your words. Example comparison. Normal speaker. Hi, my name is Jack. I'm from the UK and I want to improve my English today. Slow fluency speaker. Hi, my name is Jack. I'm from the UK and I want to improve my English today. Let your voice breathe. Let your words land. This will feel strange, even awkward at first. That's the feeling of transformation. The scientific edge shuts off panic. Speaking slowly deactivates your brain's survival mode and engages the calm, analytical processing center. Builds muscle memory. It forces your tongue, jaw, and lips to form the correct muscle memory for English sounds. Slow practice builds perfect, efficient movement. You take the lead. You stop chasing the sentence and start leading it. You create space for thought, boosting your control and confidence from the inside out. Slow speech shows courage. Daily practice, 5 minutes, 10 days. Pick a daily sentence, e.g., I'm going to the kitchen to make some tea. Stand, take a deep breath, and say it very slowly, 3 to 5 times. Record yourself and listen back to the calm, clear result. Bonus tip: use this controlled speed in real conversations. People won't think you're weird. They will say, "Wow, you speak very clearly. I can understand you perfectly. You sound so confident." Slow. Focused fluency is not weakness. It is strength in every word. Trick 4. Use emotional anchors, connecting words to life. When you hear your native word for sunset, you immediately feel something. Peace, a warm memory, beauty. Now, when you say the English word determined, what do you feel? For most learners, nothing. The problem is clear. Most learners acquire English words without emotion, but the brain's long-term memory doesn't prioritize translations. It prioritizes emotions. This is how a baby learns know or mine. Not through a book, but through intense feeling. The hack: emotion is the glue for memory. Attach a real-life memory or intense emotion to every new word or phrase you encounter. The word must physically feel something in your body. Word example: excited. Wrong way: excited equals happy, mental link only. Or right way: anchoring. Close your eyes. Recall a moment you were genuinely excited. A trip, a surprise gift. Feel the rush, the faster heartbeat. Now say, I am so excited. Say it with a jump, a laugh, and the full energy of that memory. The word is now anchored as an experience, not just a definition. The brain-based reason. The amygdala power. Emotional memory is stored in the amygdala, a part of the brain more powerful than the section used for dry facts. Emotion makes words sticky. Authentic impact. When your words carry emotional power, your speech sounds immediately more natural, expressive, and human, just like native speakers. Daily practice, 5 minutes. Choose 5 emotionally charged words. Example: proud, confused, grateful, overwhelmed. For each word, recall a real memory from your life where you felt that way. Relive that moment for 5 seconds. Then, say the word or a simple sentence using it 3 to 5 times aloud. Perform it. Your facial expressions, your tone, and your body. Bonus: write a short sentence or story about that real-life moment using the word. This makes the learning personal and unforgettable. Quick recap of subconscious power. Before we jump into the next powerful hacks, let's quickly anchor the last 2 points in your mind. Trick 3. Slow motion speaking. This 10-day challenge is your shortcut to control. It trains your mouth and mind to work together, turning panic into powerful, self-assured rhythm. Trick 4. Emotional anchors. Remember, the brain remembers feeling more than facts. You make words stick forever by attaching a personal memory or emotion to them. This is how your English goes from robotic to real. Trick 5. Create your English zones, building the language bubble. Here is a question that may change your learning approach. Where does your brain feel safe thinking, practicing, and living in English? If your only answers are in class, during study hour, or when I'm alone, then the truth is you have confined English to a small mental cage. Your powerful subconscious brain learns through association, not just the clock. Think about this. The kitchen triggers hunger, the bed signals rest, and the gym activates alertness. Your brain links places with specific actions. A hack: environmental encoding. We must use this science to link specific locations with the English language. You need to create physical or digital zones, your English bubbles, where only English is permitted. These zones act as powerful signals to your brain. When I'm here, I speak English. I think in English. I live in English. How to engineer your English environment. 1. The Fluency Corner. Physical zone. Designate one corner of your room or desk. Put up a clear sign, English Only Zone. Use this space exclusively for mirror talk, voice recording, or journaling. It immediately becomes your personal fluency gym. 2. The Digital Immersion. Phone settings. Switch your phone's language setting to English completely. Use voice typing in English for quick notes. Change your search language on YouTube, Google, and Spotify. Force your eyes and fingers to interact with English constantly. 3. The Time Block, Temporal Zone. Establish a firm daily fluency time. Example: 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. During this hour, there is zero tolerance for switching back to your native language. This is how bilingual children grow up. They live in different language worlds depending on the time or person. 4. Headphones equals English world. Your headphones must become a trigger. Every time you wear them, your brain should automatically know it's English time. Use them for English music, engaging podcasts, or movie analysis. Your subconscious mind builds habits through location-based repetition, environmental encoding. This technique instantly reduces fear and drastically increases comfort, making fluency feel organic and routine. Your 7-day zone challenge. Choose one physical place and label it. Choose 1 hour and enforce the English-only rule. Change your primary device language. Make a small sign, "This is my English world," for your desk or mirror. In just 7 days, your environment will begin to automatically train your fluency. You eliminate the confusion and create a safe, powerful space for growth. Trick 6. Own your identity from learner to speaker. Here is a perspective shift that can be challenging, but is absolutely true. You are not fluent because you are still operating from the identity of a learner, not a speaker. Every time you say, "I'm still learning," or "My English is poor," you are sending a potent signal to your brain. I am not ready. English is an outside project, not who I am. This is why studying for hours still results in real-life hesitation. Fluency isn't about how much you know, it's about who you believe you are. The hack. The speaker affirmation. You must make English a core part of your identity, not just a subject on your schedule. Shift the language. Instead of, "I'm trying to learn English," start saying, "I am an English speaker in progress." Set the standard. I am the kind of person who uses English every single day. I'm not seeking perfection. I'm fluent enough to grow. Identity governs behavior. If you see yourself as a speaker, you naturally look for opportunities to speak. Person B, English is part of who I am now. Result, they think in English, they talk to themselves while cooking. If you see yourself as a learner, you look for more things to study. Person A, I have to practice English today. Result, 20 minutes of study, then quitting. Daily identity practice. Affirmation. Say this 3 times a day. I speak English because it's a necessary part of who I am now. I use English to think, feel, grow, and connect. The upgrade. Replace the label learner with speaker. Stop saying, "I'm learning English." Start saying, "I am constantly improving my English." Visualize and act. Ask yourself daily, if I were already a fluent speaker, how would I behave today? Then, behave that way. Speak for English. Live for English. Smile in English. When you internalize English, your hesitation dissolves. You stop asking for permission to speak, and you simply start living in English. Trick 7. Train instant reactions, the reflex muscle. Here is a key secret of effortless fluency. Fluent speakers don't build perfect sentences from scratch. They build automatic reactions. Think of a native speaker. When you say, "Thank you," they instantly fire back, "You're welcome," "No problem," or "My pleasure." There is no pause, no translation, just reaction. This is what you must train. Your English reaction muscle. The hack. Build a reflex library. You need a library of quick, high-impact phrases that your brain can access instantly. We call these reflex sentences. Compliment responses. "Thanks, that means a lot." "I'm glad you liked it." Quick starters. "How's your day going?" "Long time no see. What's new with you?" Polite interruptions/busy signals. "Can we talk later? I'm in the middle of something." "I'll call you back in 5 minutes." Opinion expressors. "That's just how I feel about it." "Interesting. I never thought of it that way." "Totally agree." Why it works. The brain favors short, repeatable patterns. By training specific speech reactions, you create automaticity. This builds confidence, plus speed, and most importantly, trust in your own voice, even if your grammar is slightly imperfect. Daily practice, 5 minutes. Create a list of 20 common reaction phrases. Practice 5 every day, aloud in front of the mirror. Role-play scenarios. Imagine someone says, "You speak English well." Your response, "Thanks, I'm constantly improving." Record and polish. Record yourself, listen back, and adjust your tone and energy. Make your reactions sound alive, not like recited lines. In just 2 weeks, your mouth will start reacting without conscious fear. That is the ultimate test of real fluency, and you will pass it effortlessly. Part 4. The Daily Brain Rewire Routine. Morning mind reset and mouth warm-up. Start your day as a fluent person. The first hour of your day is the most fresh, focused, and programmable window your brain has. You must use this time to train your English brain, not to scroll through social media. The Morning Fluency Stack, 15 to 20 minutes total. 1. Fluency Affirmation Mirror Talk, 3 minutes. Go to the mirror. Look at yourself with confidence. Say these 3 affirmations slowly and clearly. English is my language now. I speak English freely and naturally. Fluency is not perfection. Fluency is freedom. Repeat each one 3 times with full eye contact and a calm, present voice. You are speaking directly into your new identity. 2. Mouth activation and muscle training. 5 minutes. Choose one clear sentence, e.g., I am learning to speak clearly and confidently. Say it 20 times slowly while stretching your lips and moving your jaw, emphasizing every sound. This warms up your speech muscles like a singer before a concert. Then, say it 5 times fast to train speed and agility. 3. Visualization of the fluent you. 3 minutes. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself in a real situation, a meeting, a cafe. You are speaking English confidently. People are listening. You smile. You express yourself fully. You connect. Visualize the voice, the energy, the feeling. Your subconscious immediately begins to accept this fluent version of you as real and possible. 4. English reaction practice. 2 minutes. Train your daily reflex. Stand in front of your camera. Ask yourself, how would I respond if someone asked, what do you do? Create 2 to 3 responses for each question and say them with energy. This builds reaction fluency, the ability to speak on demand. This powerful morning routine acts like flipping a master language switch, setting your entire brain to English mode for the rest of the day. Midday, fueling the fluent brain, daily immersion stack. Your daytime energy is precious. You must feed your brain emotional, authentic, living English that actually sticks, not dry, boring schoolwork. This is your midday fluency stack, designed to keep the momentum going. 10-minute echo listening. The imitation power. Choose a concise English audio clip, 1 to 3 minutes, from a podcast or a natural conversation video. The technique. Listen to one full sentence, pause, and then replicate it precisely. Focus on copying the speaker's rhythm, emotional tone, and speed. This is not about pronunciation perfection. It's about voice energy. Example, speaker, I don't know what the future holds, but I'm ready for it. You, repeat with the same conviction and stress. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm ready for it. The neuroscience. This drill activates your mirror neurons, your brain's natural imitation mechanism. It's the most efficient way to enhance your pronunciation, intonation, and listening comprehension in a single exercise. Emotional word anchoring. 5 minutes. As you learned in Trick 4, emotion is the ultimate memory glue. The process. Select just 2 new English words that express a strong feeling. Example, overwhelmed, excited, grateful, vulnerable. Personal connection. Attach a deeply personal memory or story to each word. Embody the word. For instance, I felt disappointed when I missed the flight last year. Say this line 3 times, each with growing emotion. Feeling the disappointment in your chest. This emotionally anchors the vocabulary, ensuring it is stored in the powerful, long-term memory centers of your brain. The Micro-Thinking Challenge, hourly. You need to train your brain to access English on demand, not just during study time. The routine: set an hourly timer or every 90 minutes. When the alarm sounds, pause immediately and ask yourself 3 questions. What exactly am I doing right now? What do I see around me? How do I feel in this moment? The response: answer in English, even if it's just 1 or 2 simple sentences, e.g., I'm just scrolling my phone, and I feel a little sleepy. The benefit: these micro-English breaks integrate the language into your real-time thought process, training your brain to deploy English effortlessly throughout your day. Evening: emotional review and deep reflection. The evening is your brain's organizational period, perfectly designed for memory consolidation. Your goal is emotional recall and self-expression to prepare the language for permanent storage during sleep. 1. Fluency journaling. Take a notebook or use a voice recorder. This is your safe, non-judgmental space. The questions: answer in English. What major event happened today? How did I genuinely feel about it? What new phrase or word did I learn? What is one thing I will bravely try tomorrow? The rule: write or speak freely. Do not worry about correct grammar or spelling. The goal is unfiltered expression, linking your daily life and emotions to English. Scene observation: 5 minutes. Watch a short clip, 3 to 5 minutes, of a movie or series scene featuring natural conversation. First watch for pure enjoyment and context. Second watch for observation. Pay close attention to body language, pauses, tone, and how emotions are expressed. Replication: select 2 or 3 lines you found compelling. Repeat them aloud, trying to match the original speaker's emotion and energy. This is how you make English feel alive in your memory. Sleep imprint. 2 minutes. Your final act before sleep is your most powerful memory tool. The process: lie in bed, close your eyes, and mentally replay just 1 powerful sentence you learned or used successfully today. Say it in your mind 3 to 5 times slowly. Visualization: imagine yourself saying that sentence to someone in real life. Feel the confidence, the calmness, and the success. The science: this is called sleep reactivation. The brain actively reinforces the thoughts and emotional content you focus on right before resting, making the emotional language permanent. This entire day-long fluency blueprint is your roadmap to building a new life. It ensures English becomes part of your every breath and every thought, overcoming shyness or past failures. You learn English not just through effort, but by weaving it into the very fabric of your soul. Part 5. The 3 advanced psychology shifts. You are now ready for the 3 final powerful psychological shifts that unlock effortless and natural speaking. Shift 1. From student to speaker. Most intermediate learners remain stuck because their mental position is that of a student, always learning, always waiting, always playing catch-up. First, the student's trap. A student waits for a teacher, expects permission to speak, and apologizes beforehand. Sorry, my English is not good. This identity makes you nervous and holds you back. The psychological shift: you must stop saying, I'm learning English, and start declaring, I am a speaker of English. The result: neuroscience. The moment you claim the speaker identity, your brain switches from wait and react to lead and speak. You stop worrying about what you don't know and start using what you already know with confidence. This change in internal position is the moment fluency becomes a natural behavior. Shift 2. English as a skill to English as a sense. Most people view English as a skill to be acquired, like a tool to use, a subject to study. This is limiting. The mind-blowing truth: English is not just a skill, English is a sense. The analogy: a baby learns to walk not by studying theory, but by trying, falling, and developing a sense of balance. A singer develops a sense of music by repeating notes and feeling the pitch. The application: fluency is not just about grammar rules and vocabulary lists. It's about building a sense of the language. You need to train your brain to feel when an English sentence is wrong, just like in your native language. The practice: listen deeply for rhythm and tone, the music. Read aloud with emotion. Repeat real-life phrases 20 to 30 times until they become muscle memory. When you start treating English as a living feeling inside your brain, you don't translate or hesitate, you just flow. Shift 3. From fear of mistakes to power through mistakes. This is the final, deepest fear that cripples fluency: the fear of speaking wrong. The raw truth: you will make mistakes. You will forget words. You will sound silly. And that is perfect. Mistakes are not the enemy of fluency. The fear of making them is. You need fear-free English, not error-free English. Every fluent adult still makes casual errors. The difference is they keep speaking anyway. A rule: tell yourself, every mistake I make is a sign that I am speaking. Your power is not in perfect sentences, but in the ability to speak regardless. The challenge: make this your personal rule. I will make at least 3 mistakes a day on purpose. Say the wrong word, use the wrong tense, but speak with fire in your voice. You don't owe perfection to anyone. The moment you lose the fear of mistakes, you gain something far greater than grammar. You gain freedom, and your English becomes unstoppable. The final transformation: your fluent future awaits. You've watched this far because you're not just interested in English. You are ready for a life transformation. Remember, you learned your native language by feeling it, repeating it, living inside it, and trusting your voice through thousands of mistakes. English requires the exact same courage, daily fire, and emotional connection. You don't need more tips. You need a fierce belief: this language belongs to me. You need the system you now have. You need to speak aloud when no one is listening. You need to think and dream in English. The moment you stop asking, "Am I good at English?" and start declaring, "English is my voice now," that is the moment you are free. That is when fluency is an automatic reaction, and you stop walking like a student and start commanding the room like a speaker. If no one has told you this before, hear it now. You are absolutely capable of becoming fluent. You don't need permission. You just need consistency, courage, and unwavering belief. Speak messy, speak wrong, speak slowly, but never, ever stop speaking. Because one day soon, you will wake up and realize, I didn't just learn English. I became the kind of person who speaks it. Call to action, strong and clear. If this video gave you hope, power, and a clear plan, then this is not the end. This is the beginning. 1. Subscribe now to Speak Smart English. We are committed to making you a better version of yourself in every language. 2. Share this blueprint with one friend who is struggling. You might be the reason they finally believe in themselves. 3. The final affirmation. Say this one last sentence with me right now. English is mine, and I will speak it with confidence, power, and pride.